We're back. Zabbo.
We're back.
What
We're here.
episode?
162.
Oh, you went back and counted them all.
No, I didn't. I'm just guessing. Is that right?
No, we're 162.
162.
Actually went back and we worked out. And we
That's a lot
actually
of
have,
episodes.
you know, not my best friend, but I'm his best friend. He's back.
You're his boy.
Timmy O'Neill.
Tim
Welcome.
O'Neill back in the house.
What's up? What's up? Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
This could be a first. He's a 3-time guest on the Real Life Caddy podcast.
3 times within a year.
3-time. You know, the first time it was kind of a warm-up. I think we called that he was going to win on the Champions Tour.
I think you called it.
I did call. I was like, Tim, you're going to win, obviously. And then just a couple weeks later, he won. And then he came back after the win. And it's been about a year since he's been on.
Is it the first late night podcast?
This is, we're recording this in the evening time. It kind of feels weird. It's dark outside.
Normally Zabbo's in bed by this point.
Very much so. Yeah, it's late for me. I told you, I'm like, are we ready to crack on? Because it's...
Oh, you go to bed early.
Oh, very early. I got a 9-year-old. Once she's down, I'm out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
He's got to go to bed.
True.
So yeah, but no, Tim O'Neill, thank you for coming back.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
My man.
I'm glad to be back.
Golf is hard.
Hell yeah, it is.
Golf is real hard.
What we got to talk about today?
We got to talk about Tim and his career. The last year since we saw you, you won the first playoff event last year, and so what transpired in the off season? Obviously, you had your off season, played a little golf, and then right back in it. How have you done up until this point this year? Has it been a successful year for you?
Well, somewhat yes and no. After the win, it was on cloud 9 for a long time.
Of course.
Got through the holidays, and then I was right back at it. Got to go to Hawaii for the first time this year.
Tournament
Nice.
of Champions.
How's that?
That was nice. It was unbelievable. I was able to take my kids. Man, it's like heaven on earth.
Yeah.
It was really nice. So the season's going. Could be going a little bit better, but I'm still in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, playoffs are coming up, and we were just talking about it inside. You're pretty much certainly in the first event at least. What position are you currently?
33. So I'll be in the second one too.
Yeah.
So last year before I won in Virginia, I was
Virginia.
that was the first playoff event. So I was 55, one spot out of making it to the next playoff event. So
and then you go out and win the tournament.
I go out and win. So and then the playoff points, how that works is once you win a playoff event, then the points are double. So I moved up a lot.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Last time you were on, we asked you, do you get an exemption? And you said, I don't know.
Did you find that info
Did you
out?
find that info out
An exemption
for the next 2 years or what?
So on the Champions Tour, it's a little bit different. So the PGA Tour, so just say you win in 25, you get 25, and then you get the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Champions Tour, you get the current year and the next year.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I'm only exempt. So I won late last year, so I got
Yeah.
the rest of that year, and then I got this
All
year.
this year. But
So-
but you've already played well enough this year where you already have your card for next year, correct?
Yes and no. I mean, like I said, I'm in a good spot.
Yeah.
Just playing steady and playing solid the next 5 events before the Charles Schwab. I should be good, but I would like to get in the 20s before that happens, just to guarantee it.
Well, hopefully with a caddy like G this week, he can not
behave
mess
yourself,
up. He
behave
cannot
yourself.
mess up too bad, and maybe helps get you in that position.
Yeah, exactly. The way this guy reads greens out there, all I have to do is hit the where he points, and then
Stop it!
just make some
Stop
points.
it! Stop it!
I gotta go outside. Your head's getting too big. The room's shrinking.
Now, from last year winning to this year, how did it feel having a full season, being a winner, and then coming into the stable? Are you more respect from the other players?
Yeah, I mean,
More confidence?
I mean, ultimately, people know my story. I never really played the PGA Tour. I played, they call it Corn Ferry now. It was a nationwide tour when I was playing. So after winning, you're on a little bit of respect, for winning out here and playing against some of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So, I would definitely like to get another win. You're always trying to get a win, but it definitely helps. And knowing that I've done it and it can be done, because there were times where I was like, man, I don't know how I'm going to be able to beat these guys. Because you look around, everyone's good.
Yeah.
Everyone's really good. So for me to put three
seal the deal. Yeah,
seal the deal was
kind of get over that hurdle where you can win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that's a huge mental hurdle. Knowing it's one thing to think you can do something, but to know you can do it.
Yeah.
So that definitely makes a difference.
Yeah.
Looking back, because we spoke to you in November, you won it in October,
yes.
Looking back now, what made it happen in your mind?
I don't know. It was one of those things where I knew I could win. It was just a matter of me just staying focused and staying in the moment. You hear the cliche all the time, one shot at a time. And that's all I was doing. Like the final round, I never looked at the scoreboard.
Good.
It was literally, I tried to hit every shot the best that I could hit that particular shot and move on and try to repeat that.
And that could be, you could tell that to a lot of amateur golfers, because amateur golfers, even at a higher level, one thing is like a medium level, when you get to be like a 5 or 6 handicap, and a lot of them do that. They start projecting score while they're playing, and they're not looking at the leaderboard, but they're looking at the scorecard. It's the same thing, and they're looking at the scorecard saying, well, if I do this, I could break 80 or I could break 76, and if I do that, and I think a lot of times that's the hurdle a lot of professional golfers have to get over down the stretch, looking at the leaderboard saying, I have to do this to do that, and then if this happens, that'll happen. It's like you can't play golf that way. You have to play one shot at a time, stay in the moment if you're going to be successful.
That's right. You can't get ahead of yourself. Everyone, you play golf, junior golf, and you grow up, and you're playing the course, and you're like, okay, you don't get off to a good start, but you start thinking ahead. Okay, I got this par 5, I can make a birdie, and this short par 4, I can drive the green, maybe make a birdie.
Exactly.
And then that's if you're already thinking that way, you're probably already lost.
Correct.
Wow. So Zabbo and I had this conversation on last episode about how the mentality of the amateur golfer. I've had your scorecard many times. Birdie, birdie, birdie. When I look at my score, with those 3, I go, I can't keep it going. What do you think? Do you just literally forget that? Or are you...
After you've made 3 birdies in a row, are you thinking...
Do you think about the 3 birdies past?
You think I just made 3 birdies? Or you're thinking, like... Are you staying in the moment in that shot, or are those 3 birdies still on your mind?
No, man.
I want the 4th right here. I want to get 4 in a row.
Yeah, my mentality, which can be a detriment sometimes, but you make 3 birdies in a row. I'm trying to make 6 birdies in a row.
Yeah,
so I'm all about the birdies. But that's one thing. Some of my close friends they look at my scores. And they look at my birdies made after a tournament week. There have been a number of tournaments where I've made as many birdies as the guy that has won the tournament, and I finished 25th or I finished fucking 40th. Yeah. So I played my best rounds, my best tournaments where, birdies have never been a problem making the birdies. It's just I have to avoid making the bogeys. So if I can, make. Yeah, and the doubles too.
Sorry, Timmy.
Yeah, thanks, Gordon.
And
but if I can, if I can have 54-hole tournament, if I can have max 4 or 5 bogeys, more than likely I'm going to have a good chance to win a tournament.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're now 3 years on the Champions Tour.
Yes.
How has your mentality or your technique changed, your approach, all that stuff?
Well, my short game's gotten better. When I first got out here, my short game was not up to par compared to the rest of the guys. So that's one of the main things that I've worked on really hard, still working on it really hard, is to try to get my short game up to the level to some of these great players out here. So that's always, work in progress. I think ball striking wise, I think I'm good, but at the end of the day, it always comes down to short game and putting. So I'm always working on that, and I'm always trying to get better. Just a little bit more confidence, and if I have a good putting week, like I said, that's one of the things where I know if I have a good putting week, I'm gonna be up there. I have a really good chance to win a tournament.
What kind of time do you put into practice these days? Do you practice every day for many hours, or do you play more? Because I know before you were saying you were playing more than you practice. Is that
when I'm at home, I play a little bit more, but if I'm by myself, I might be on the golf course for 3 or 4 hours. But I might only play 9 holes, especially the course that I play. There's not a lot of players, so when I'm out there, I'm chipping a lot. I'm hitting a lot of shots around greens.
Yeah.
I'm playing the holes, but when I get to a hole, I might be on that hole for 40 minutes chipping around the green. So I'm always working on short game stuff. So rarely do I get with a bunch of guys and we go play a skins game or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really have that. I don't have a bunch of guys to play with at home.
Gotcha.
But I do put a lot of time practicing around.
No
the
friends. That's why I'm his best friend.
No friends that are willing to gamble against him. I wouldn't want to
that's
gamble
for
against
sure.
this guy.
Like, trust me, I'm all about the gambling. And yeah. I now see, if I would,
money?
I would play more if I had some guys to play
Yeah,
with and you put some money on the line. That's right up my alley. I
Gotcha.
love that.
So if I was to play you, how many shots you give me?
Have
I
you
don't
played
know.
him before?
I've only seen your action a couple times. I know you hit it a long way. I really can't say.
Come on. No. Lay it down right now.
I would bet on Tim. If you gave him 3 aside, I would.
I was going to say 2, but I don't want to set myself up.
3 aside. Love it.
Three,
Zabbo,
3 aside. I'll bet on Tim.
2
all day.
aside. You'd only give me 2 aside.
Yeah.
Hear that, listeners? That's how good Big G is.
That's funny.
That's shocking enough for you. But are you feeling more comfortable in tour life?
Oh, absolutely.
Just loving it.
Yes. You get spoiled out here. We play some of the best courses. I'm here at Pebble Beach this week, and so yeah, I don't take stuff like this for granted. I never thought I'd be able to play a tournament at Pebble Beach and and play these wonderful golf courses. So, but yeah, this is really nice.
So what are your goals for this week? Are you feeling good coming into this week? Are you feeling like you have a chance to win this week here?
Yeah, I mean, so rewind 2 weeks ago in St. Louis, had a T6, and then last week wasn't so good. Just kind of got a little sideways. I feel like I'm swinging good, and I'm at a course that I absolutely love. I love both golf courses. I got Gordon on my bag.
That leads me to the next question. Do you feel a lot more comfortable? Like I know you have a tour caddy that you know and you trust, but does he read your greens on most of the courses you go to?
I only pull him in when I'm totally stumped or I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
So what happens is when he's doing his homework on the courses, because we know where the pins are in the area the pins are going to be. So he'll roll balls, and if I'm not sure one way or another, he can kind of say, well, when I roll balls, it kind of does this or whatever.
Yeah.
But Poana greens, I didn't grow up on Poana greens. I grew up on Bermuda. So having Gordon knows, he sees the breaks a lot better than I do. So because usually I trust my eyes better than anyone. That is something that I don't do. Like I'll if I get a new caddy, and it's like, hey, can you read greens? And he's like, yes. I mean, I'll test him and see if he knows.
Yeah, for sure.
Poana greens is the greens where I struggle the most.
Everybody misreads them out here.
And Gordon is really good at these greens. So
I think what he's trying to say is,
I'm just looking at Gordon as Tim saying this. I see Gordon. You can he's trying not to smile, but you can see him smiling. Like, I'm a big boy. Everybody loves me.
What he's trying to say is he's got no friends.
He's
got no friends.
writhing in his chair. He's so happy. He's like, give it to me, Tim. Yeah, I'm good.
Wow. Settle down.
I like it. That's funny.
Wow. Listen to this guy.
He's trying to play it cool, but he loves the praise.
Gordon knows his stuff. Like,
he does.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Enough about Big G. Right. Okay. I've had enough of that. No one wants to hear about that. Putting. Right. We talked about this yesterday and today. How important is putting for everyone that plays golf? Like, do you think that's the one most important thing in golf?
I think putting is just like the cliche: drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to drive it. You have to be able to drive it well to set up everything else. That's important too. That sets up everything. But one of the most frustrating things, I've had a little bit of that this year, where we were in I think Boeing. I played great, I felt like I couldn't make it from 5 feet. I didn't know.
Just super uncomfortable. on
Oh
greens,
yeah. So like when that's frustrating. So when you're hitting a bunch of greens, and you're having birdie looks, and you keep missing and missing and missing,
you're expecting to miss.
Correct.
The putts,
Correct.
You're standing over it saying, I don't know which way it's going. I'm just going to hit it. And hope.
You know, it's almost to the fact. It's almost where you'd rather hit it like crap and make everything.
Yeah.
You know,
I get that.
It's frustrating to hit a bunch of greens and have a bunch of birdie looks, and then you're like, you get over a putt and you're like, I don't know what this is doing. You know, versus hitting that all over the lot, and then you're making 8, 10, 12 footers all the time. So putting is very important. You know, I think it you know, once if you're holding putts, it's almost like you feel bulletproof.
Yeah. And do you so you get real comfortable because you've been with Gordon a couple years in this tournament now, so you're super comfortable out there playing these courses. You're very, very comfortable because you know you have somebody who can read the greens for you, and you have faith in them, right?
Correct. Like my last round here last year, we had 8 birdies and the eagle.
Yeah.
So that says it all.
I basically made them all.
Again, you're saying this on glancing at Gordon, and he's just
honestly, it's been a year since that, but honestly, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that hole out on 15, that was all you, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah, he said hit it here, and then it went there, and it went in home.
Yeah, we discussed that, but it's about bouncing on from that point. You make eagle, you then have to emotionally move on from that.
Yeah.
Are you about to tear Tim down? Because he
went bogey, and he cost me a fortune. So you know the point is, you know, he's always learning.
But he won shortly thereafter. He's a grown man now. And
I wish I'd been in the bag that day.
Well, Sunday's right around the corner, buddy. I hope to see you guys standing there in one of the last groups with a chance to win it.
Is that one of the best rounds of your life? You feel? Was that one of?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a roller coaster, for sure. But you know, as far as like making 8 birdies in the eagle, I mean, what I shoot 5 under?
It's 5 under.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, and
you only shot 67.
Yeah, and like
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So that's one of the best rounds as far as like making birdies.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
awesome.
I just have to get rid of the others.
Yeah, well,
maybe that time I was with you on the Pro-Am and you went 9 birdies.
Oh, 63. Yeah. MPCC.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Dang,
that was good to watch
on the Dunes course too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's a harder course too.
He hit it so close every single time.
Yeah.
It should have been 60.
Sounds like you play good golf on the Monterey Peninsula.
Hey, I love it out here, man.
Maybe this is your year to win here.
Hey, man, that would not.
Stop it,
that would make me really happy to be able to come out here and win at Pebble Beach.
Love it.
Make us happy too, especially this guy over here.
I know, right?
Correct. Right. Okay. We're going to take a short break. We have a lot of questions here coming up for Tim. So quick break. Back in a second. 4 Zabbo.
Yes.
What do people have to do if they want to send in a question?
They have to reach out through. What?
What do they do?
If they want to send a question, they can go on Twitter. They can go on Spotify. They can go on Instagram. All our channels.
Yeah. Or on email.
podcast@glorifieddonkey.com.
Thank you very much. So I
send in your questions.
A couple of months ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, I sent out a call to arms, they call it. I told everyone that Tim would be back, and the first question is from a Linda Silva, and she is actually watching from Savannah. What has been the most enjoyable period of your career, Tim?
Do you know Linda? Are you from Savannah?
Linda Silva.
Linda from Savannah?
Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, Tim knows you, Linda.
Linda, he's like,
you know Linda Silva?
I used to date her.
Stop.
Do you know Linda? Cut the podcast. Do you know Linda?
I don't know Linda.
Okay.
Linda Silver. What was the question?
Funny enough, I forgot it too. I just saw the look on his face when he's like, Savannah, Linda?
What has been the most enjoyable period of your career?
I'll answer that for Tim. I think winning.
No. Like the period.
Oh. Was it your years of struggling on the lower tours?
No, that's exactly. That's it.
She's asking what period? Was it when you were a younger professional or when you were, when you got your Champions Tour card and started playing out there? What has been the most enjoyable part?
Yeah.
I guess the most enjoyable part was probably getting through Q School for the Champions Tour. That was huge, considering what happened to me in 2001 and 2004, missing twice by a shot to get on the PGA Tour. So to go through the PGA Tour, Q School for Champions Tour, and was able to finally punch through and get full status through Q School. That's probably been the most, through the hard work and me missing and the struggles and all that, and thinking about quitting and all that, and then finally getting it done. That's probably been one of the most enjoyable things. And on top of that, then having that win last year.
Yeah. Next question from Wee George from Fife, which is in
Scotland,
man.
Fife, of course.
I've been a massive fan of Tim O'Neill since I heard him on the podcast last year.
Nice.
What are the biggest distractions for you as a professional golfer?
Oh, man, that can get deep.
Take the fifth.
No comment. Does it have anything to do with yoga pants?
Has everything to do with yoga pants.
Yes. Shocking. I figured. And I don't blame you. It is distracting.
So that's the answer.
Yoga pants.
No, I can't really say that, but distractions. You get pulled in a bunch of different directions out here. And one of the things is you have to learn how to say no. So, and I don't really like to say no a lot, but
that's what he said.
But that's one of the things that, you get pulled in a bunch of different directions for different, reasons, sponsors, and, people want you to do stuff. But
yeah.
But other than that, if I wasn't out here, I was wishing I'd had no distractions. So it's all good.
Mm-hmm. Welcome distractions. Yeah.
Welcome.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. Exactly.
Yeah.
We got Mikey P from Twitter that says, what is your number one practice way to help with your mental game?
Number one practice way?
What's your best way to work with your mental game?
For me, it's just experience, just playing on tour, different situations, whether they turn out good or bad, you learn from your mistakes. So you just try not to make the same mistakes again. What were you feeling in just certain shot and certain situations? So for me, it's tournament situations that you learn from. And, I think that helps with your mental game. So when you're in that situation again, however it turned out before, you just learn how to deal with it a little bit better.
I think that's a good point. Like we were talking about when he broke through and won, he had been in that situation before numerous times, right? And a lot of times you didn't close the deal. Yeah. And then eventually, those experiences being in that situation, you were in that situation once again, and then you did it. You closed the deal. So it's all about having been there before. And I think that really helps your mental game if you're in that situation before.
Yeah, with golf, there's so many, it's hard. You watch guys on the PGA Tour, it's hard to win wire to wire from on the PGA Tour when they start on Thursday for 4 rounds or on the Champions Tour for 3 rounds. When you're going into, if you go into, like when I went into Maine, I wasn't leading. What does that feel like when you're leading going into the Sunday?
Yeah.
You have a target on your back, so you really have to maintain or, shoot a good score versus it's a little bit different mentality when you're chasing. So, like, how do you deal with that? So, those experiences that you learn as you play, you learn how to deal with them a little bit better. Whether you run someone down or you get caught from behind or whatever the case may be, you learn from that. So, you can only practice so much at home and playing with your buddies and all that, but real tournament situations I think is when you learn the most.
For sure.
Lovely. Love that. He also asks, what is your favorite chipping drill? Like chipping?
Yeah, I know what chipping is.
Short game.
So I have a quad. A quad is, it measures your distance. So I use that for chipping distances. For me, I like to chip with, some guys like to chip with one club. I'll switch it up, depends on, some guys like to chip with a sandwich. I like to chip with something lower loft. For me, it all depends on what is presented in front of me? What is the lie telling me? How
Yeah.
far do I have? So so I don't really have a favorite chipping drill, so to speak. So when I get to a course, typically depending on if there's rough or no rough, I figure out, where the pins might be, where I might miss it. So I just chip from those areas where I think I might miss it, whether I have to use a sand wedge or a 9-iron or whatever the case may be.
So will you chip a lot? You don't just use sand wedge and 60. You'll chip with 9-irons.
Oh yeah,
wedges?
he loves that.
I like to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I love that too.
I don't like to get it in the air that much. I like to keep it. If I can keep it on the ground, I'm more than likely going to keep it on the ground.
Gotcha.
But you do have situations where you have to loft it over a bunker or whatever the case may be. So
I'll tell you sometime last year when he made double at 6, he took a wedge out of a bunker, a pitching wedge, and I was horrified. But he actually can do it.
Well,
he
on the same hole he doubled, he hit that wedge out of the bunker.
well, okay, didn't work out that day.
Well, no wonder you were horrified then.
But I think you're the first pro I've ever seen do that didn't take a proper wedge.
Yeah. Was it
No,
just like a
54,
longer
56.
running sort of shot
yeah,
you
it
wanted
was.
to hit? Yeah,
It was.
It opens up a 54.
Yeah.
So this pro-am, we played this last couple of days, he's trying to tell this 36 handicap that you should open up the face of a 9. And that was a waste of time.
well,
But
you think about
it makes sense,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
yeah.
So like the hardest shot in the golf is like a 40-yard bunker shot.
Oh, yeah.
So
I try to talk people into that all the time.
yeah.
this
so
guy takes a 60.
yeah,
And he's trying to tell him how
yeah.
to
So
maybe hit a
most
9.
this guy's like, maybe I should take a 60 and then just try to pick it. And I was like, okay,
No.
if you hit 20 shots, you might hit one good.
Yeah.
So versus just taking, if it's a 40-yard bunker shot, just take a pitching wedge or 9-iron, open it up like a sand wedge, hit it the same way as you would a sand wedge, and it's gonna, you want to hit it and it'll release. That way, it'll be less damage than trying to pick it because you might leave it in there, you might bone it over the green.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can go really bad.
Why do pros take so long to hit a shot? That's from our boy Adolf in
Adolf.
Colorado.
What's that?
Yeah.
I know. His name is Adolf. I know. First guy I've ever met.
Adolf. His name's Adolf.
Okay. So what was the question?
We're still stuck on the name. He heard Adolf. I hear you. You hear Adolf and you're like, but he's a good dude. Adolf.
He's a great guy.
He is
by
a
the way.
great guy,
Great
yes.
lad. And he says, why do pros take so long to hit a shot?
Is this in a tournament? Just
In general.
You're aware of the pace of play problem, right?
yeah. I mean, some guys stand over a lot. But that's not. You can't put everyone in that bucket.
Are you a quick player yourself?
I'm not slow, but I'm not fast either.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think I'm right in the middle. But depending on the situation, versus if there's wind, sometimes wind can play tricks with your mind a little bit. It can if you have let's say you have a shot and it's into the wind, and then you're over it and you're getting ready to go, and then the wind softens, and okay, if I hit this, it could go over the green because the wind is so.
Yeah.
It gets a little tricky with wind, but other than that, it shouldn't take you that long to hit a
I
shot.
think people overthink the golf shot, pros included.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I do it too.
Does it drive you crazy? Like, does it get on your nerves if you're playing with somebody who's super slow?
It can.
Yeah.
It can. Yeah.
And
but
how do you react to that?
you just have to. Well, more than likely, if it's really bad, then you're gonna have the officials on you saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, you need to catch up." But yeah, you're right. Typically, I can go back and look at all of my best rounds and my lowest scores. There wasn't much thinking, and I didn't take long. You see shot, hit shot, and you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. Timmy, well done over the last few years. I've been following since you came on the podcast.
See, we're bringing you fans. Tim.
I
That's
see
what this
that.
podcast
I
is
see
doing.
that.
Not only
Man.
did we make you win on the Champions Tour, that was all us. We're bringing you fans as well.
Man.
This comes from a B-Walk from Liverpool, which is where?
Yeah, UK.
England?
You can say it.
Yeah, I know.
England. This is a
Yeah,
game.
England.
We have to-
England. And it says, the question is it true Big G actually helped you out in the course?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, yeah, I have to go back.
This is actually from G's mom. he disguised it.
Listen, there is no chance my mother listens to the podcast. There's no chance. It's too lowbrow.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have him in the bag if he didn't help me on the golf course. 100%.
Love it.
Yes.
Okay. Next question comes from a Billy Jenner in Sydney.
Australia.
New South Wales in Australia, mate.
Yeah.
And he says, "Hey, Tim, I've followed your career for 25 years. How much are you enjoying life now, having achieved the Champions Tour?"
It's been awesome.
Life is good.
Life is good out here. It's hard. It's very competitive. Everyone's good, but I definitely enjoy being out here playing with the guys out here and guys I've watched growing up. As a kid,
It's got to be fun, man.
it is, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and then some of my friends that are just turning 50 that'll be out next year, and some of the guys I've known a little bit closer with. So it's been nice. It's been really nice.
Since you joined the tour, has the quality gotten better?
Oh yes, and I think it's only going to get harder. So they came out, I think yesterday. There's not going to be a Q school for the Champions Tour anymore.
Wow. So the path there is going to be harder. Sorry, Michael Block.
Yes, it's just getting real.
No more gimmies.
No more gimmies.
Next question from John S. from Tulsa. That's
Oklahoma.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm on a roll today.
What do you really think about playing in Pro-Ams? Spoke about this today. Come on.
Okay, you can lie. We lie all the time.
Be truthful.
Why are you
Be
laughing?
truthful.
Why are you laughing?
Because
away?
I know the answer and I know what you want to say and what you can tell the truth if you want.
There's two answers.
No, there's only one real one.
Oh, well, actually, no. What do you think?
These guys, put up the money and their sponsors, for the tournament, and it's nice to play with some of these guys to have a good time, and you want to give tips and help these guys out, help play good golf, but then sometimes you're like, get me out of here.
But it's fun. It's fun, and he enjoys it. It's the politically correct answer.
Yeah, I do it. I do enjoy it. I mean, the thing is like, pro-ams are fun. It gives you extra practice round. But if, like I said, I don't take any of this for granted, and if I wasn't out here, I would be wishing that I was. So
Correct.
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think once you're in it, realize what your position is on the food chain. You embrace it, but at the same time, if you want to win, you concentrate on practicing, doing your thing. You mentioned something about this elevated event in Harbour Town where a bunch of the guys just bailed on
the
the
PGA
Pro-Am.
Tour?
Yeah.
There's a tournament that goes on before Harbour Town. Harbour Town's an elevated event, so you get a bunch of the pros to play in this other thing before that. The guys are making so much money now. They just don't want to play.
Oh, I don't blame them. They want all the practice they can get, and they want to
yeah,
prep for that tournament.
I get it. So the landscape of the PGA Tour is changing.
For sure.
Yeah. Some people think that down the road there might not even be a Champions Tour because guys have made so much money.
Yeah.
They'll be like, when they turn 50, they're like, I don't care about playing golf anymore.
I don't think you're going to see Rory out there. Do you think you're going to? I mean, you think Tiger's going to play the majors and stuff?
I think Tiger's going to play. At least 4 to 5 times next year.
Yeah, because he's 50 next year, right?
Yes, yeah. He turns 50 December 31st.
No chance.
What?
He won't come out.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Guys that are close to him say he's going to come out.
No.
I hope he does.
You heard it first, folks. They're coming out. Guys that are close to him, I just don't. I can't see him coming out.
We'll see. You got to think, U.S. Open, Akron, he's going to be on a cart.
Oh, yeah. True.
An Elwee.
Oh, you think they'll give him an Elwee?
Give him an Elwee.
Have you seen the Elwees, Tim?
What is that?
Oh, he hasn't seen it?
Oh, man.
You'll have to stroll him by the barn and show
I'll
him what
take
an
it.
Elwee is.
Yes.
It's a device that caddies are using now.
It's embarrassing.
It is kind of
It's
embarrassing,
absolutely
but I love
embarrassing.
it.
Oh, no, it's embarrassing, but he loves it. He
I love
loves it.
I'll use it. It's this little ATV that you can put 2 bags on, and they're given to the caddies.
An ATV, like a 4-wheeler?
Like a 4-wheeler, and you can take it as opposed to carrying the bags. Drive right down the fairways instead of being cart path only. You drive right to the ball.
What's the difference in that and the golf cart?
Well, the golf cart's cart path only. You can't drive to the ball.
It has 4 wheels?
Yeah, but it's small and it doesn't weigh as much. They allow it on the golf course. They don't allow golf carts on the course, but they allow the elwee for the caddy to bring on the golf course. And you put 2 bags on the front and back, and
Yeah, nice to know that Tim's listening to the podcast, by the way. Next question from Wayne Allison. He's from Boise, Idaho. When I play for $10, I'm a total choke when I lose. How do you handle the pressure of competing at a high level?
So he's saying when he pays for $10, he chokes.
He chokes. How do you handle the pressure of playing, knowing every putt could potentially mean, 10 grand,
10 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand?
Yeah, that's something that you don't really think about. You have a pre-shot routine that you do every time before you hit a shot, and you really get lost in your pre-shot routine, and you're not really thinking about the outcome.
I know somebody who will be thinking about it come Sunday. I know
every single swing.
Well, you try to block that shit out. You know, you have your routine, and then you set up, you aim, and then you just let it go. I mean,
you kind of have to, right?
Yeah,
that's the only way you're gonna play well,
right?
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna play well. I mean, you can't think about, hey, I'm not saying that everyone, it starts to creep in your head a little bit. That's the thing about, like I was saying about with tournament experience, when you're just say you're leading a tournament by 3 or 4 shots going into Sunday.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to be thinking about winning a tournament.
For sure. You can't help but not think that.
Right.
Yeah.
But you
still got to maintain.
You have to block that out, and you get really stuck in your routine. Every shot, you're not thinking about the outcome. Easier said than done sometimes, but
that's how you're going to win.
Yeah, that's how you're going to win.
Yeah. That's next level. Who do you think's the best on tour?
As far as
doing that?
Scotty Scheffler.
Okay, lovely. I'm glad you said that. Is Scheffler as good as Tiger?
No.
Oh,
wow. That was a quick answer.
He would have to keep winning at this pace for another 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Which is what we talked about last episode.
Crazy.
Which was what we took. It's too early to tell. I think he's playing. Personally, I think he's playing at that level.
He is.
But time will tell if he can maintain that.
Competition-wise, I don't think he's playing against what Tiger played against.
People said that about Jordan Spieth for a while when he got hot for a while.
Very true.
But
he was the best in the world for a while.
People forget how long Tiger did that.
Yes.
People really, memories are short, but don't get me wrong, Scotty Scheffler is definitely doing his thing.
Yeah.
Is unbelievable, but the pace that he's going, he would have to do this until 2035.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about that.
And then you think about it that way, that is insane.
But we'll see. Time will tell.
Me and Scotty versus you and Zabbo. Love it. Can't wait. I'll take 3 aside. Next question. A few episodes ago, the lads talked about the difference between a good and a great caddy. Tim, as an expert, what is the difference, in your opinion? That comes from a Sally Jerns from Lambeth,
Minnesota.
Between a good and a great caddy?
Yeah.
We had this conversation earlier today about situations in tournaments. Caddying is caddying, but what makes a really good caddy is when you get in certain situations during a tournament, in the heat of it, making the right decision at the right time. That kind of separates good caddies from great caddies. Knowing your player, knowing when he's amped up a little bit, ball might be going a little further.
Yeah.
Knowing when your player's nervous, knowing his tendencies. That's what separates a good caddy from a great caddy. Like you hear stories of like Stevie Williams when he was caddying for Tiger, how he would tell him a different yardage when he knew Tiger was amped up.
Yeah.
That's
next
what
level
separates
stuff,
you. Yeah, that's next level stuff.
True. Very true.
So I'll have to lie this week.
Nothing new for you. You're kind of making up the numbers anyway, so.
Well, so not about taking the flag then.
What?
Take the flag, hold the flag.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be happening this week with a lot of your. You're gonna have some amateur caddies with you too.
I'll take the flag the whole time. No problem with that, Zabbo.
Hold on to it, yeah.
How you feel about that situation now? You still on your side of that?
I'm still with every other caddy in the planet, and Tim probably sees this on tour. When your player's done, you pass the flag off, right?
Yeah.
That's done across the board.
That's caddy 101.
Caddy 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't
He doesn't
do that?
subscribe to that. He gets offended when people hand him the flag stick. No, you do.
You do. Not offended, but I don't like it.
Offended.
I don't like it. I take the flag.
He's literally the only caddy in the world that doesn't like it.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
I know, exactly, Tim. Exactly.
Other caddies come up and they're like, "I'll take the flag." I'm like, "No, I'm standing here. I'm going nowhere."
He's funny about it.
My flight's tomorrow.
Right. So that's just your thing.
It's his thing. It's his thing.
Okay.
It's funny. Let's move along because Tim's in agreement with me. You're not going to win this argument between Tim and I.
Ta-ta. Tim, how does sponsorship work on the Champions Tour? Also, who organizes your travel and accommodation? And that is from a Tim in Oregon.
Okay, my sponsorship, as far as like Surf Pro is one of my sponsors. Priority Workforce is one of my sponsors. Grayson Clothes.
What does Surf Pro do?
Yeah, what do they do? Surf Pro.
What does the company do?
Yeah, they clean up messes after hurricanes.
Yeah. It's
stuff
like,
that.
Gotcha.
you've seen the slogan, like it never happened. So they come in and just say your kitchen burns up. They come in and their guys come in there and they clean it up, and then it looks like when they're done, looks like it.
No one never been there.
Never like
Nice.
nothing never
It's
happened.
like you took a shit in your pants and man, they cleaned that up and no one ever knew it was there.
Exactly.
That's it.
Surf
Hey, listen,
That's
'cause,
Surf Pro.
by the way, Zabbo throws out shout outs for companies all the time.
I do?
Southwest Interiors,
Well, of course. They're
George and Will Ellard, all the time.
They're not a company. They're people.
People, but you know what I mean. You can shout out your companies. You know what I mean.
Okay.
Shout out your sponsors.
Yeah.
I didn't tell me
Surf
shouldn't.
Surf
Yeah.
Pro,
I know those
Priority
guys.
Workforce, and Grayson Clothes, and FootJoy golf shoes, and Strix irons, and Odyssey putter. Those
There you
guys, those guys take care of me.
So basically, they contact you or you contact them.
Grayson, I had a relationship with them. Surf Pro, how that came about, I was playing in a Corn Ferry event in Nashville, and I played with some Surf Pro guys, and it was before I turned 50. Just 9 holes with these guys, and they liked me, and they got behind me before I had any status on Champions Tour, before I went to Q School, anything.
Wow.
And so yeah, those guys have been great. They saw something in me before I had status of anywhere. And they got behind me, so very grateful for Surf Pro, to do that, because a lot of companies wouldn't do that.
So
Usually
they've been with you since the beginning.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
from the start. So they've been great, and they've been really good to me. So very grateful to have Surf Pro on my bag. And then Priority Workforce came on board this year when I was in Hawaii. I met those guys there, and then they've been really good to me. And then Grayson, I had a relationship before, and then when I got status, it was just continue to be nice to me. So yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
And who
Good to have
organizes
good
your
sponsors.
your travel and accommodation?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of might need to hire someone to book my travel and stuff, because I've double booked stuff before, even booked to the wrong city one time. So I might need some help on that. But
I got some stories about that stuff.
I've arranged my
What a
own
nightmare.
travel.
Nice.
Next question from a P. Timpson, Incline Village.
That's in Nevada, in Lake Tahoe. Yeah.
That a boy.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
up there all winter.
I've always
so
wanted to go to Lake Tahoe.
It's nice, man.
You should go.
Really nice.
Go with Zabbo. Snowboard.
Want to go snowboard?
Yeah.
Who
I need to go when it's warm.
Who's the best player you've ever seen and why?
I guess I would have to go Tiger still.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's better than Tiger, Gordon?
Scotty. Rory.
No.
Jack Nicklaus.
Maybe.
I'd say Miguel Angel Jimenez. Short game. Unbelievable.
His short game is
He's a stud.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last question. Tim. This comes from a Thomas Bjorn in Denmark.
No, it doesn't.
Tim, is it true that diet really matters in golf?
You got to laugh on that one.
Did
Yes, it does matter.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to watch what you eat, man. I'm 50 years old now. I just can't eat McDonald's and
You're actually 53.
well, you know what I mean. I'm over 50 now. So, you just can't
you don't
eat crap.
eat Chipotle every
I do love Chipotle.
Oh,
I
good
do
man.
love Chipotle. Yes,
me a favor.
yeah, that's my spot. I do. You can't go wrong with Chipotle. But yeah, I mean, you can't. Out on Champions Tour. You're not in your 20s and stuff anymore. So in the coolers they have a bunch of Cokes and Sprites and stuff like that. I have to check myself sometimes because it's there. And if it's there, like at home, I really don't buy it. But if it's there, I'll drink it, and it's it's a free for all.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't. You have to watch. You have to be really disciplined. Make sure you drink water. Not a lot of fast food. I mean, but we eat well out here. It's just a matter of choice. Sometimes you get in the bind and in a spot where you can't get what you want. So McDonald's every now and then is fine, but I'm not really a McDonald's fan. But Chipotle's my spot whenever there's a Chipotle. There's a lot of times where I'll get done at a pro-am or around, and I'll grab Chipotle, take it to the room, and I'm good.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
I take Chipotle to the room too a lot, Tim. I love me some Chipotle. Yeah, it's good. It is good.
Well, listen, Timmy, thank you so much for coming on. I'm sure you'll be back in about a year's time, maybe less. Who knows?
Maybe November.
Maybe November to rehash the win that you're going to have this week.
Yeah. Love that idea. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week.
Thanks.
I hope your caddy can read the greens.
Me too.
You got any shout-outs, Tim? You want to shout anybody out?
Shit. Totally forgot that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to give out.
So, Zabbo, any shout-outs for you?
I got to shout out. Now that we're talking, I got to shout out my good people at Chipotle. Somebody, after our last episode, we were talking a couple episodes ago, we were talking about that. Did you know, Tim, that Chipotle and Max Homa teamed up to make a burrito-inspired wrap driver cover in a chip bag, range bag?
Boring.
Yeah, and they sold out like really quick. I know your eyes are lighting up because you're fascinated by this. The good people at Chipotle actually sent me one, so I'm now in possession of a Chipotle head cover for my driver. It's a glorious thing, and the chip bag.
Well, shit, maybe I get a shout out to Chipotle. I can get one of those bags. I get one too.
Chipotle, where you at? Tim's looking for new sponsors.
I tell you what, golf pros will do anything.
Sponsorship. Chipotle. Tim loves it.
Well, so I play with these guys in the program. I like to give a shout out to Mark, Brian, Tyler / Tyra Banks. And
good lad, actually.
Chris and Matt from Jones Golf, and Peter Jacobson, last but not least, for this program that I played in the last 2 days. It was awesome. And I can't wait to get back next year for that.
Absolute top lad. It was a really good, program. That was a really good program.
Yeah.
So, Timmy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good luck this week. Let's go and do it. Zabbo, as always.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Hope you have a great week.
You as well. Enjoy.
Don't work too hard.
I never do.
To listeners, there's a bunch of episodes if you're just new to the podcast. Thank you for your support. Until the next time, enjoy your golf, but more importantly,
keep it humble.